The UK's Prime Minister frontrunner Boris Johnson proposes a decisive breakthrough in the three-year Brexit stalemate. One America's Kristian Rouz explains.
I think people are getting just fed up with politicians for kicking the can down the road and failing to honour their promise.
Boris Johnson declares a Brexit challenge and vows a decisive resolution to the political stalemate that has lasted for 3 years. In an interview Wednesday, Johnson signalled he isn't focused on striking an ideal Brexit agreement with Brussels. The only thing that matters, he says, is to deliver Brexit by actually leaving the EU.
So Brexit. We will, of course, be pushing our plan into action.
So we understand.
And getting ready to come out on October the
31st.
31st, correct.
Come what may.
Come what may.
Do or die.
Come what may. Do or die. Come what may.
Johnson says the UK voted in June 2016 to exit the EU, and for 3 years both Westminster and Downing Street have failed to execute the will of the people. He says the British government absolutely must deliver Brexit first and tackle the issues of EU relations and economic ties afterwards. Meanwhile, the UK should prepare for any Brexit outcome with practical economic and diplomatic plans to mitigate the effects of a no deal.
The EU gave us an extension till October the 31st, and it would require the UK Prime Minister or the UK government to request an extension if we were to stay beyond that. I don't think that we should.
And Johnson's plans appear to have wrought utter horror among EU policymakers. According to Finnish Minister for EU Affairs Tytti Tuppurainen, what Boris proposes is, quote, frightening and very unfriendly of the UK. Tuppurainen called for another extension to Brexit deadline past October the 31st, and Johnson's opponent, Jeremy Hunt, may be happy to oblige.
The question that is not being answered, if no deal has been taken off the table, would Boris have a general election? I would not. I would carry on negotiating until we manage to leave.
This as mounting frustration with a lengthy divorce process is brewing among British voters. Many are saying Johnson may not be an ideal candidate, but he'll at least resolve the Brexit deadlock.
There are more important things for me about the country and taking this country forward.
And Boris almost to me came across as quite Trumpian almost.
Both Johnson and Hunt are currently on the campaign trail, trying to win over Conservative votes across the country.
Are you a member of the Conservative Party? Can I count on your support in the
Yes, definitely.
The two candidates are currently involved in so-called digital hustings on social media under the hashtag #AskTheNextPM, and they will clash on live TV once again on July the 9th. The new Prime Minister will be elected by 124,000 members of the Conservative Party on July the 22nd. Kristian Rouz, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.